Hello. We here in the kitchen. Woo! Man, oh man, we got a start of a new week. Let's get it fired up in here. Come on, man. Pick your energy up. I see Lady T. Lady T, come on. Let me get a little bounce or something. Yeah. Allison in the building, y'all. Yeah, here we go. All right. You know what it is. Okay. In the kitchen where we stir it up, man. Let's go, man. Stop playing. Come on, man. How was our weekend?
It was great.
It wasn't too bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. 49ers didn't win, so that's a little tough for me. But we still bang bang Niner gang. You know how we do. Yes. So I'm just going to jump right into it because it's Tuesday. It is. Woo! It's still nice outside. The weather didn't break yet, and I'm telling you right now, boy, this is the tough season for me. Getting up early in the morning to go to work, boy, that wind out there be woo, it be brick. But I got to do what I got to do. God's providing. A lot of overtimes coming up. Yes, yes, it is coming up. But listen, shifting your atmosphere, change of learned behavior. So my co-host called me and was like, yo, you got to change that up. So I was like, all right, you know what? So I had to put a little bit of twist to it. So since my lovely Lady T had me make some adjustments, I'm going to go ahead right to it. So Lady T, when you look at the title, right?
Yeah.
Change of learned behavior. What is that first thing that comes to your mind when you think about that? Just take a moment for a minute and really think about that. It's a lot of stuff that comes with that, but I really want you to really, think about that and reflect and then talk about it. Allison, so I really want you to think about that. And then once you get your thoughts together, because I know it's something, because you got something good for us. It's simmering. I can see it in your face. It's simmering like, woo, yeah, all right. But Allison, what's the first thing that came to your mind when you saw it? Shifting your atmosphere, change of learned behavior.
So I feel like it's tough to change certain things that you've been taught because you don't always necessarily know whether it's right or wrong, but it's something that you've been taught through your life. So like if your parents are gamblers, you're going to think that it's okay to do that. Or I don't know, driving, recklessly or speeding or without a seatbelt or, you know, just treating certain people unfairly because of either race or gender or whatever their thoughts are. It's kind of hard for you to redirect or understand that that may be wrong because that's always been what you were taught.
Okay,
Good point.
So, but now that's the point of. Oh, what in the world?
Okay, well, let me say that something about that because I don't want to lose that.
Go ahead.
You're right about that, but I think that it will. Everybody has an essence inside of them to know what another human being, feels. And I think that if we really look back on our own selves, we could be like, I don't want to feel that pain and hurt. So why would I want to put it out to somebody else? We're not aware of that consciously all the time. So we make the stupid decisions to hurt our fellow person, man, female, whatever, our neighbor. So that has a lot to do with it. That's the learned behavior or not being conscious of and being aware of our own actions and really seeing what we're doing to one another. Because if we are really real, we are all the same. We have the same color blood, and our organs are the same. Our species, we are the same people. But because we are so different culturally, because we have so many politics and we have our own opinions about what, life should be like, and we think that it's the best and number one way, that nobody else, should even say anything about it. Like, mine is number one and you are nothing. That's our attitude towards one another. We cause this division. So I get that. Well, and then the learned behavior, but the essence is my point. The essence of life of humanity is in each and every one of us, and if we really tap into it, we can change.
Yeah,
Shift.
that definitely takes years for that to happen, though. Like, you'd have to be, our age, if not older, for you to really understand um, what you say to somebody is really hurts. Certain things that you do to somebody really hurts, and you don't really understand that you're even doing it until you get to a certain age, and you're like, oh, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I should have taken a different approach.
Right.
Uh,
I
all
agree.
right,
But if we had
lady,
our schools were set up to teach our children at a young age how to be, if our schools were set up to teach, children, I think we would be a different type of people. But you're right. It does take a long time, but we have to train young. So that's my point. But yes, I agree with you,
all right,
Allison.
but how do we? So as we speak amongst one another, how do you change? And once you recognize that you have poor behavior, issues, how do you change? How do you go about changing it?
Gotta want it. You have to want it for yourself. I mean, it has to be a desire within yourself so bad to make you go and look for the solution to your problem, because everybody has their own problem in life. And if we're able to say, okay, this is my problem and I want to change it because I could be so much better, and truly want that for ourselves, I truly believe that, you can find your answer, because it's not a certain direction. It's like letting life and, God, Spirit, Holy Spirit lead you. It's like letting universe show you the way, because you have to learn how to trust your own intuition within yourself and listen and do what you're supposed to do. But you have to seek it. You have to want it. You have to truly have it in you to just want to be like, I need this solution to work for me, because this is not working. You get to a
Yeah,
point.
when you start to lose like certain relationships with certain
Mhm.
people because of how you are, maybe you have to sit back and be like, maybe
Yeah.
it's me. It's not everybody else.
Yeah, and I can attest to that, but I love it because I've taken that as it is me, and I'm going to be that way. You get what I'm saying? Because some people are supposed to be out of your life. Some people are not supposed to, be a part of whatever it is you're going through, because it's interference to your own path. Because when we know that there are some people that say, "Oh, it's you," yes, because I'm dealing with the same type of people like you. you know, I'm getting the same people in my life that are not good for me right now, because I'm gonna cuss your ass out, something like that. Right. But those are the types that, make us see who we are. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I have to see myself as, yeah, I've heard that before. I know how I interact. So maybe I need somebody that doesn't make me interact in a way where I get crunk, you know? Or if I'm triggering your emotions, don't get mad at me because I said something that triggered your emotions. That's on you, dude. Don't get mad at me. I didn't say nothing. I didn't call you out your name. I didn't sit up here and say you was a bad person, but something I said triggered your emotion and made you feel like, okay, her? Oh, okay. Right. I ain't got time for that. I'm done. So that is shifting my atmosphere. I do not want to be around people that have nothing good for me. If I am giving and giving, cut it out. It's done. Like, I cannot. I have no energy. The only thing I have right now is my family, because my family I put on the back burner, did my little life, messed it up. But it was fun, y'all. It was fun. And I had a lot of learning through it. Now it's coming back to, I have to do something different. This is my change in my atmosphere. I am having to be a better person for my family. And that is where I'm going. Just right now, they get a time limit now. My family can't stay at, number one all the time. I can't do it. I'm not that type, because I want to live. I want to go explore. Y'all know what I've been saying. I want to live life. So I'm going to be there for
I,
you. That's it. Then I'm shifting, and my learned behavior is going to go somewhere else. All right.
the crazy look. No. The crazy part is that sometimes there are things that we want that's not meant for us to have.
Right.
You know that, right? And see,
Yeah.
that's where you got to think about this. I was saying learned behavior, right? Listen, when you become an adult, you have to walk your own walk, your own journey, right? You are the driver in your car, in your journey, in your walk. Now you have to distinguish, okay, let me look at my parents and see that they do everything right. But just by your actions on certain things, politics, religion, look at your life and say, okay, can I make some adjustments? Can I make some turns that's going to put me on the right path? Because if you look at your life, and I'm not talking about you guys, I'm just saying to people, if you look at your life, can it be better? Can you make changes to make it better? And is it going to be feasible for you to make those changes? Is it going to make you a better person? Is it going to make you financially better, spiritually better? Think about those things. You know what I'm saying? We look at learned behavior because guess what? That's where we learn. Look, our neighborhoods, our environment, our schooling, the people you're around, hanging in school, college, these people have an effect on how you react and how you respond to others, especially when you get into relationships. When you get in relationships, that's key right there. You know, that your learned behavior becomes how you respond to others, how you respond to a woman or man in a relationship.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Listen, and this is you. Just think about this: if you have a poor relationship with your parents, I promise you this. I'm not a doctor, but I guarantee you what I'm saying is factual. You're gonna have a poor relationship with the opposite sex because guess what? You're not going to be able to communicate with the opposite because you don't know how to communicate with your parents, whether they're bad or not. You still
Where
because
you came
that's
from,
where it starts at.
like where you
There
came
you
from.
go. You don't have a good relationship with your parents, right? Now you go to school. You think you're gonna be able to respond and talk to people on a level of compassion? No, because guess what? You can't stand them. You don't have compassion. So you're not gonna have compassion because you coming home to toxicity, if not toxicity, no talking. It's like here's dinner, go in and watch your room. Watch your room, go in and watch TV.
Right.
So these are when I say learned behavior. You gotta look at your life. You gotta say, look, I want to make a change. I want to make a difference. So let me look and see what I can make differences, where I can make a change at. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm always talking about spiritual. Because guess what? Everybody has a different walk spiritual. Everybody has a different idea or understand. That's why you have to have a personal relationship when it comes to God. That's your person. And then if you truly tap into that part, you'll get the right direction, not the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? And that look, I only speak from experience because guess what? I didn't know how to communicate to certain people because I have a lot of energy. I'm so hyper, and guess what? I don't communicate real well. So I had to learn how to calm down, still be excited, and still speak to different people on different levels so they may understand me, but receive it in love, receive it in knowing that I'm going to tell them the truth. And I'm trying to, encourage them, not discourage them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm about that. That's it. And when it comes down to all that negativity, I'm not trying to bring you down. I want to steer you in the right path. Lady T, you look like you wanted to say something.
It's gone.
I had said something.
It's gone. It's gone. I was holding on, and I was like,
hey, look,
it's
you
gone.
know what you want? Look, wait, and you know what you're gonna have to do, Lady T? You're gonna have to write you some down, jot you some down.
I knew you was gonna say that.
It's gone. You're gonna have to get that.
It'll come back. But
yeah,
you can say the same thing about like having a job. And when you have a hard time like listening to somebody of a superior that's telling you what to do or what not to do, how to do this or how to do that, and it's always like, you not taking it for what it is. They're not coming at you. They're trying to make you better.
Here's the thing. Watch this. I tell everybody, like, and it's crazy that you just said that because they just told me this incident happened at job. And see, every action has a reaction, and your response requires a reaction. It requires that, right? So because it requires, it's how you react, and that they'll reciprocate what you put out. I'm not telling you to not take it. You listen. I promise you this. People know when you humble versus a pushover. You know what I'm saying? They know that whether they're superior or not, they know that you humble. You know, they understand the difference between humble and saying, you know what, this person is loud. You listen. You got to know how to be humble. You got to know how to be, like I said, always at peace. You know, nobody's ever going at my job. Listen, I always talk about my job is because that's my home away from home. You understand what I'm saying? I spend a lot of time there. I spend more time at work than I spend at home. So that's why I said it like that. So, but I carry myself in a way where, listen, I am not allowing anybody to curse at me. I don't care if my boss, hey, stop right there. We not having that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to talk. Look, we talking business. We talking professional. You're not going to talk to me like that. See what I'm saying? So I've drawn the line and I said, look, this is how we going to handle it. What I just tell y'all about 2 weeks ago, I told you that my conduct was out of the ordinary. I was yelling at a guy and he was like, yo, you can't do that. I said, you know what? You're right. Because how I carry myself. And that's the same thing I was saying to you, Allison. It's how you carry yourself. You carry yourself in a manner, they're going to respect you in that manner. Period. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you white. They're going to respect you in that manner. Even when you're doing, listen, even
some
when
people also have that face too that they can't change. So like when certain situations are happening, you can read all over my face when I'm mad. I can't help it. I literally can't help it.
I know those types, so I laugh.
and Allison,
and I try really hard to like practice like fixing it to the most part, but I really can't help it. Like you just see it all like literally written all over my face. So when COVID was happening, it was great because you couldn't see my face.
Right. I know those types, so I understand. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I look at it for me, okay, I look at it as this. Everybody's situation in life is different. So, you know, what I speak about is for me, right? And then of course we have to say it in a general way for people to kind of wake up to see if you want to shift your atmosphere, no matter how your situation was in the past, you have to become completely the opposite. You know, we're living a stupid life right now. So you have to learn how to do better, you know, the opposite. That's kind of how I see it. Like, I don't like talking, but I'm having to do the opposite right here twice a week. Thank God it's twice a week because it's not what I do. But because I also get a reaction out of people. When I'm talking, I can make you upset or I can make you like me. I can piss you off. And it's natural. It comes out of my mouth like natural flows. Like it's meant to say what I'm supposed to say. And I don't feel no shame about it. And I don't like, why would I need to feel shame about something I was supposed to say? You know, if I said it and I offended you, I hope you feel better, you know, because I cannot do nothing about it because it came out. Now, if I cussed you out and then I, you know, be like, oh, I meant what I said, you know, that's okay too. Because I accept what comes out of my mouth because my heart is in the right place. I am here for people. I am a helper of people. I am there for others. So that is where my heart. So I'm not ashamed. So nobody's going to take anything away from what I say out my mouth. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. And a lot of people do not like that. Men especially. I don't know what it is. I'm going to say that. Yes, I am. Because you hear me, you hear my attitude, you hear my talk, you see this face, you see the reactions that you get from this, right? And
learned behavior.
This is my behavior, though. I learned it natural, being naturally me.
Where you learn that from? Where you learn that from?
Extra that I give when I give my love. I give La 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 la.
You get what? Okay, well, listen. You are meant to be a flower.
I
Okay,
am.
flower. No, no, no. Stop. Don't say you are.
They
Flowers are sweet,
they dance.
nice. They soft. Now
They
you when
dance
you get
in
all
the wind.
rambunctious, now you turn
In the
to like
wind.
a root or something. I
They
mean,
dance.
you turn to a weed or something.
Nope, no weeds, no weeds. We're not doing the
But
weeds. We do the flowers, but they dance in the
I,
wind. In the wind, I feel it. If the water goes over me, it's still moving around. The character, that is me. Daggone it.
so in other words, you don't feel like you have to make no changes
I
in
mean,
that
I am
attitude.
changed. I'm happier. You get the happy me. You don't get the ugly me. I'm gonna give you my happy me, and then you might get an ugly word every now and then because when I tell you some truth you ain't want to hear about yourself, don't get mad at me.
But all
No,
right, hold up, look, Lady T, what? That's what I'm saying. Look, watch this. You can say what you want to say, right? But in a different manner. Why you got to? Why it's got to be? Why it has to be? Why would you say no? Mother, why it got to be like that? Why you can't be
it's
like,
not
listen,
that. It's how I
okay,
speak though. This is how I speak. When I speak normally, this is just me. Okay. There's nothing about my speech
why
that
you
is
moving your head?
wrong.
Why
It's
why you moving your head?
because that's my black girl energy, my black girl energy because we black girls love to do our head this way. There's no way for me to sit here and be like very poised right now. You know why? Because I got electricity flowing through me, honey. There's something
What
about
kind of
me I cannot
electricity?
help. But
Oh,
that's how it feels. It feels like fire inside of me. You know, I have energy and I feel it. And my energy,
She's let it out.
I'll be putting it out, boy. Woo!
but hold on.
I will
I'm just
put it on
hey, but
you,
wait a minute,
honey.
wait a minute.
No, let me stop.
Is it a T? Is it the T? Is it the T?
Is it
Is
what?
it is it your T?
My tea? No, it is
Because
life. It is
I'm trying to
life.
figure something out. You're the same person that said, I got this fire that's just
Yes,
coming out of me, right? But
but that's
guess
how I
what?
speak. That is like
I
a
don't
passion. How my
I don't
passion is.
I don't talk to nobody. I'm quiet. I stay to myself. Which one is it? I don't
It is
know. I'm trying,
both. It is both. Okay, me and you, Allison, we have created our trio conversations, and I feel very, very comfortable. I don't think of it as somebody else is watching, especially when you don't even say anything about comments. Then it reminds me somebody else is watching. So I feel like it's a conversation, and then I'll forget that we're recording, and so I can just be myself. And this is who I am regularly when I'm with people that I really love. I love their company. I'm fun, actually. Believe it or not, I'm just a tiny
I
bit,
know.
not that much, just a little bit. But I love,
I listen. They don't know you.
I
I
love,
know you. Yeah, I know. I know. I
no,
know.
I love being fun. I love that. So that's when I have to, I don't think people, I think people take advantage, of a situation or of a person. And I have been that type of person that's been taken advantage of a lot. And I won't let that happen no more. I refuse. You're not getting my energy and think I'm going to give you this good talk. And you're going to just, give me nothing. It's reciprocity. There has to be reciprocity coming back on, one on one. Like I'm not giving all of my time and energy and my money and everything that I could do for another person just because they need me. You got to give me
So
something. Show me love.
so so you had to look. You had to go through stuff in life to understand that.
Of course.
You know the
But
hurt, the
if
pain.
people
You had to went through that.
like you say, you don't have to go through it. If you learn, if you listen, if you hear wisdom, you hear good talk that makes you say, that's true. I can see that, and I'm going to
So
do exactly that way. I had to learn the hard way, crash
oh
and burn.
okay. Oh,
Crash and burn is what I was like. That energy,
woo.
electricity. Yes, I needed that. And it was for my growth. But that's for some people like me. And other people have it easy going. That's not my
So
life.
so can I ask you? So let me ask you something then, Lady T. What advice would you give people on shifting their atmosphere? What would be some good advice that you would say, from that, to make those changes in their learned behavior? Because I mean, how would you explain it to them? How would you say what would be something that you would tell them? I mean, somebody did say acknowledgement, accountability, and actions. So That somebody did make that comment in the comment. So, what would be some advice that you would give them? Just
Well,
your
first they
personal
have to
advice.
realize that they're doing something wrong, which is what I said earlier. So they may not even realize they're doing it. So they have to sit back and realize the situation that just happened, or situations with, it may be multiple people, different situations that wound up being the same end result, and realize that maybe what you were doing was not necessarily always right, and understand that maybe you should take a different approach um, with certain people, because everybody is not built the same. So um, certain people take information differently. So like some people are okay with you screaming and yelling and hollering at them. Some people, they want you to calmly talk to them and rub their back and make them feel okay, or whatever the case is. So there are different people. So for you to know your audience, let's say,
Mhm.
and who you're around, and kind of take that approach, that not every situation needs to be taken the same way or
Mhm.
handled the same way.
All
Yeah.
right. So, Lady T, so what do you say?
I agree with Allison, definitely. But what I say for each individual person that, wants to really change, I say, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Pay attention. Pay attention. Accountability. I heard you say that about a comment. Accountability. Take attention to yourself, awareness of yourself, become conscious of your behavior. Look at yourself. Listen to what other people say and don't react. Just listen. Just
Okay,
watch.
so what do you tell a person? What do you tell a
You
person that
gotta,
has?
because this is the evaluation part. You have to
I,
evaluate yourself.
I'm about to give you something real big though.
Okay,
What you
okay.
just said, you said evaluate yourself, right? How
Hmm.
about a person that has a gambling problem? What would be your advice to that person that have a gambling problem? How would you try to change their uh their
See,
atmosphere or help?
that's like an addiction, right? That's
Ooh, yeah.
yes, it's an addiction. So those type of people they need to seek help professionally. We always say that, we always say that, because the addiction, when it gets you to a point where it takes away so much from you and it's depleting your resources, your energy, your health, whatever, and it's taking away from life from you, you need to go find some help that will really make change. So what is that help? We all know there's ways to go find help. I cannot sit up here and tell you, but that is what I'm saying. So, but if there's like, you have that addiction and it's not that bad, you still need to figure out how to balance it, because there's a balance in life. We can enjoy the things that we like. Everything we can be, enjoying in moderation, but it's a balance. You have to know what you're doing too much of. I can admit I have, I'm saying this out loud.
Change is gonna come. Yeah.
These are my confessions. These are my confessions. Okay.
All right now.
All right. All right. I've had a lust problem. And
Woo,
I think,
that's
yeah,
big. Hold on, that's big. That's big. That's big. I gotta give you something. That's
that was
big.
big.
God,
That was
God is
big.
getting the victory right here. That's big. That's big. That's big. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that is, I've noticed through the years of not having, is like I saw it as a addiction. Like it was real. Like, gotta have it, and I had to learn about that. I had to step back and just breathe through not having, because I've never not had. But it was like when you look at life and say, it's a change, you're going to have not have moments, and when you go through the not have moments, you have to learn to enjoy it. And so I had that aha moment. It was good for me. It started to cleanse me in a way. It got me into a place where it was just like, oh, I'm loving me, girl. You like, I love you, girl. Look at you. You got growth. Stuff like that really is for you when you really balance what it is that you need to work on. So it's so hard to tell people, how to change, because only they know. You know, your walk is your walk. Only you know what to do for yourself. So you got to want to do it for yourself. And honestly, this is the time, honey. Right now is the time to change, because we are about to see so many different things. I keep telling you, so many different things are happening in the world. It is written in the stars, and I will say that forever. I will always say that. We don't know exactly, but we know real change is coming. And when you want to be a part of the world and you want to have progress, that means you need to learn how to adjust, become better. And in order to become better, you have to evaluate yourself. So that's number one, evaluation. Pay attention, look at your life, find out how to change. I always say, read a book, get some history, get some knowledge. They don't want you to have knowledge because they truly know it is powerful. You know, they have a lot of secret societies out there because knowledge is very much hidden and only for those that want to seek it. And if you really want change, you got to seek it. That's how I see it. Or you're just going to play the game. What's a pawn in the whatever? I don't know.
Listen, so that was good. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, ladies.
Oh, I know, right?
I am truly proud of you. That is, man. Look, oh man, you about to make me cry.
Terrible.
Yo, I'm proud of you. But listen, that's big, yo. And I pray that truly helps somebody that's listening, because that is something that's serious. That I think a lot of people, you know, deal with right now. You know, there's, you know, I was talking to this guy, and this guy was like, he got test drive the car, and I'm like, yo, listen, nah, bro. He old, you know, 40, 45, 47. He like, man, I got test ride this car. I said, yo, bro, look, if you looking for, you know, I said, see, you already, look, this is what I told him. Let me slow down for a minute. I said, listen, if you looking for the right woman and you go to church thinking you're looking for the right woman, you already started wrong.
Right.
Your mind is already messed up, because you going to church to look for a good woman. Nah, it don't work like that, because see, you're not focused. You got to be focused. So then when the right person come along, you already focused. Your eyes on a prize, and guess what? You're not even looking for that woman to be right there waiting for you. So I told her, I said, no, don't do that. I said, I'm not giving you that and saying, listen, go to church and find a good woman. Any Christian that says that, they give you false hope, telling you go to church and find a good woman. No, because that's not the focus on going to that place. Focus on what you're going there for. And then guess what? If that woman is there, because she might not even be in that church, she might be in another church. You go to a fellowship and then she might be there. So you got to focus on it. And so I told him, I said, yo, you got to focus, bro. You're a good father. You're doing the great things. Listen, don't worry about that right now. I'm a man telling you, look, he want a wife. I say, yo, listen. First of all, and I could talk to him like this, and I was just being encouraging to him. I say, yo, listen, yo, no judgment. I said, you got to change your perspective, bro. He get mad over stupid stuff. I said, yo, listen, don't worry about somebody doing something kind for you and thinking that you got to owe them. No, they're just being kind. We are in an environment that people like to be kind. I said, you got to accept that. He think, oh, no, why you do this for me? This first thing he say, why you doing this for me? I don't want you to do nothing for me. I said, yo, no. Chill, stop. They actually doing something nice for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's big. And I say all that to say that's what happens. We say learned behavior. That's because he don't know how to communicate outside of thinking that everybody's out to get him. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a reason why he thinks that. Like he has
his relationship with his family. Look, relationship with his family. Now, I will never say his name, but the relationship with his family. And guess what? That overspills on his relationship with coworkers, business people. Because like I said, I see it every day, and it shows. And that's like, yo, we talk all the time, and that's why we talk about this. Because guess what? How you and even if you're a parent, you got to think about it. How are you raising your children? Are you raising them in not toxicity and teaching them how to love? Because guess what? If you teach them how to love, guess what? They're gonna love on others. They're gonna listen. they already going to have compassion. They're already going to have love in their heart. I say compassion because when you go into school, sometimes you see other kids hugging one another. Hey, hey. Then you go to some other schools. You might not see that. You might see them fighting. Give me my toy. But now when you in a nice calm, those kids are doing that. You see all different things, and that's why I say learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? How do you change that? This is how we change that. And if you're a parent, and you have children, this is how you change that. You got to change that right there. You the parent, so now change that. Fathers don't hug their children a lot. You think about that. They don't hug their children. They don't kiss their children. Oh, that's not. Oh no, yo, going outside to play, son. No, hug your son. See what I'm saying? Hug your daughter. No, that's what. See, look, learned behavior, and guess what? They do not learn how to show love because their parents don't do that to them. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? Like I said, they don't do that. They go out to school, the workplace. They don't know how to show love. They think everybody, out to get them or not show them, love without something. They want something. I mean, you got some people like that. You know what I'm saying? You do got that. We know that. But that's how it starts at the home. I always say it starts at the home because you have to acknowledge. We said accountability. You got to take accountability. You're not parenting well. You got to do that and say, you know what? Let me make a change. And I always say, I can't force anything on nobody. I always prescribe finding your faith. That's the most thing. That changes everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it changes your mind. It changes how you think. It changes how you feel. It changes how. Listen, I was just telling Lady T, look, man, I could, like I said, T. That's why we here. I don't care how a person may see me. I have a lot of compassion in my heart. Sometimes I told my wife, I said, yo, I be looking at TV sometimes, and I see something. It makes me feel sad because of so much going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, how? And I question myself sometimes. I say, how God can do that? But guess what? That's above. I used to say to people at my job, that's above my pay grade. You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is to just say, Dad, oh man, that's a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? To even see that. And that's, look, I'm only speaking from experience. That's where my compassion comes from, my faith, because I look at things differently. I look at people differently. Every situation, every circumstance is different. And because it's different, I look at it as such. And I say, you know what? I don't know how that person got there. So if I even get an opportunity to talk to them, I'll let them tell me. They might vent with me. And look, I'm going to be honest. But I'm be honest in a loving way. You know what I'm saying? And that's, some people don't know how to do that. Lady T, I don't know, she might say what she gonna say, like, yo, this is what it's gonna be, and if you don't like it, oh well, right, Lady T?
Well, when I'm giving advice, it comes out in a loving way. It does. Hear me out. When I give advice, it comes out in a loving way. And when I say things, it normally comes out in a loving way. But when you cross me now and you try me, that's different. That's all. But no, I think that's what we're learning also is how to communicate. If you think about it, shifting your atmosphere is all about communication because you're reacting in some way. You're communicating something, right? In our behavior and our actions, we're communicating. Like I'm being so much like the flower I want to be when I'm on here now, just because I cannot hold it. You know what I mean? Like I can no longer try to keep my hands right here and be stiff right here. I can't always do it. This does not work. And so I have to be me. And this is my little thing, right? But there's always somebody that has their little thing that we all need to walk in and figure out how to walk through, in the right manner. And it's being kind, it's being compassionate, the loving your children, it does have an effect. So I really hope people are doing that because my nieces and nephews know I've gotten a lot better. But back in the day, oh man, I used to be like, it's sickening, but it's love. We need to feel embracement. And, we're missing that part. When we were in the mother's womb, there's embracement. When you are, with your mother and the mother is, breastfeeding, there's embracement there. That is needed. There's science, that says that's needed. So we need to do that with each other. And, but that's still communicating because we lost it. We lost a lot of things. So, but what I wanted to say earlier is about
Okay.
it does take change. It does take a time for change, because I think that when we are in our teenage years, in our 20s, we're ignorant, very, very ignorant. And we just want to live life and try and never really think about anything. That's a lot of what I've seen in my little small world. But I probably can imagine there are, kids that are much brighter. Of course there are. I've seen, on television, let's say, right? But in the world that we live in, that we hear, I don't think that, it's really thought of as much. And that's why I say we need to raise our children young to be better thinkers, and to be able to do better in the world. But even our school systems have to change in what they're teaching the children. So it has a lot to do with what we are giving our young people, information and data in their brains, and teaching them, because that's what we're getting.
It's tough. Like being a restaurant manager, we hire, sometimes they're minors, 17, maybe 16, depending on when their birthday is. But you see them 18, 19, 20, up to like almost 30. Their hard work and work ethic is just shot. Just
Yeah.
shot.
And
They
that's
like took it and just threw it in the garbage.
But,
Like, oh, they're just gonna keep me here because they need me.
yeah.
It's so bad. Like they're okay with just like half-assing their job.
Yeah.
why you think it's that way, Allison?
How they were brought up.
Huh? See, yeah, how they
But
brought up. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think technology, honestly, I think technology, as we have advanced in our technological age, think about the internet, think about how all of the stuff that we consume is shifting and easily accessed. We are becoming different type of people, and because of the technology, we don't have to wash our clothes by hand anymore. We don't have to do the things that we used to do by having our own garden. We can go to the store down the street. There are things that we have lost all connection to when it comes to.
And I'm not going to say this is 100% why everything is the way it is right now, but like COVID definitely didn't help.
Oh.
Kids were at home and they were doing, the virtual schooling, barely having to get up. They're like laying in the bed, like half asleep, just staring at their laptop, like, I'm awake. Don't worry, I'm watching. So a lot of them, and they did that No Kid Left Behind. So it didn't matter if you got zeros on every quiz you took or every test you took. You could be the dumbest person alive now because they passed you.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, I didn't even know that part, but I heard about the kids. I don't have the small.
They said no kid left behind, so it literally didn't matter what your grades were. They passed you to the next grade because of COVID.
And what does that show us? What we're doing to our people in life? What is really going on? They are dumbing us. They're dumbing us down, and we have to make the choice to say, do we want to shift our atmosphere? Right? Our learned behaviors are not helping us because our system is all screwed up. That's what I'm going to say.
Hey, you know what? I also, within the last, I'm 47, right? So, in the last, I want to say, 20 some years, I began to start to travel, and I tell you, now I lived in Newark all my life, so when I got out of Newark and then start like getting on the plane and start traveling, I started to see different lifestyles, different people, different cultures. And I'm being so real. That's what I said. Learned behavior. Watch
and
this.
some states are different than others too. It doesn't even matter on your
big time. What I realized is that, like I lived in Jersey all my life, right, and then I lived in Delaware for some time. Listen. Big difference. And Delaware is real close to us. Mm-hmm. Listen, it's in the wintertime, when I tell you super duper slow, there's nothing on the road. Maybe like 2 cars. I'm serious. And everybody's working, everybody get out of work, they go home, it's nothing on the road. It's like the beach area, so it's nothing. And I said I could never live down there, even when I got older. It's nothing. It's only for the summertime. Summertime is great. But the people there, Delaware is small, so everybody know everybody. If you live there all your life, everybody's going to know you. You're going to know somebody living down the street. It's just so tight. And like I said, it's different atmosphere. So when I start doing that and just start going to Rhode Island, Boston, they different. It's just different. It's a different atmosphere. Every little state has their little hood or whatever, have you say it. But it's a different atmosphere. They live differently. You know, the cultures there are different. And it's different. And you learn how to, like I said, and that's how I was able to learn how to deal with people on different levels, just traveling. And I'm getting ready to go. I can't wait. I'm going to California. I've never been there, so I'm getting ready to travel there, right? It's a little different. I'm going to Texas, and then I'm going Dallas, Texas, right? Going there, and then I'm going to San Antonio. 2 different places. And listen, and they prepping me up for that. They said, "Yo, D, they gonna love you over there because they just like, hey, how you doing?" And shaking hands and hugging. I'm like, what? For real? Oh man, I can't look. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in San Antonio for a week, and we gonna be there on a Friday, and I'm definitely Sunday. I'm gonna look for me a church to go to because I want to experience it. It's different. I hear so much about it. It's different over there. You know what I'm saying? I hope that God lead me to the right church because I want to experience something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Over in Texas because I hear a lot of things about it. I know Texas had a lot of big churches. Texas is one of the biggest states in the United States. So, but it's so big and so far. Like, so I think he said Dallas is about 6 hours away from El Paso. I said, what? Woo, 6 hours? Same state, 6 hours to get down there. Yeah. And then I think Dallas is like 3 to 4 hours from Dallas to San Antonio. So I'm like, oh, goodness. But you know, and I say all that to say is that, you know, our schools play a big part in learned behavior too.
Yep.
Our schools.
Yep.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you know, and I was on this app over the weekend. And listen, I went into these rooms. There was just people chatting, right? I said, wow, see, we talk about learned behavior. Look, I came in there, right? And I'm like, yo, what y'all talking about? They talk about one dude, how he don't got no money. You know, I said, yo, y'all talk about this. Let's talk about something positive. They really didn't have too much to say about me because they see me with a suit and tie on. And I'm like, yo, nah, look, come on. Let's talk about peace. They muted me out because I was trying to shut all that down. They put me on mute. I was like, nah, it was all different people in there. I'm like, see, I probably some people from Detroit, Chicago, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to do nothing positive. They're just trying to bring each other down. You know what I'm saying? And that all goes back to say learned behavior, your environment. And someone says schools, yes, that's the number one.
Yep.
Toxic.
Yeah, because the kids see their teachers or their school environment sometimes more than they see their home life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or their parents, for that matter. Because now a lot of parents, they both have to work. They're out of the house. So you're relying on someone else to watch your kids. So they're not home. You don't see them. They're in school. They see this person that's teaching them 5 days a week for 7 or 8 hours along with their classmates. And they're picking up some of what might be their bad habits from their parents.
And TV, I was talking to my mom today. We were talking about TVs, and I was like, you know, our images, what we're seeing is change as for us as people. And I was like, TV first came to my mind. It's the first time we had images that we could see, you know, just a different type of image, right? TV is like the biggest thing that has gripped us, you know, images. I think that is like our number one thing. Now we get to hear other people's opinion. You know, we're doing podcasts. Everybody, that's what it is. Our images, like we're being bombarded with images. That's my opinion.
No, that's right. Though somebody said school, TVs, and friends. Yeah, all these type of things is, you know, helps If it's going to be positive, it's going to be negative. The schools and TV shows and friends. Even as an adult, you still can change those learned behaviors. That's bad. You still can change it. You still can make differences. You can. It's not too late to make those changes. It's not too late to make. We say shifting your atmosphere. It's not too late. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I said, I'm big on because like I said, it worked for me. It could work for you. I'm saying change your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I was. And look, this is for real. I thank my family because I have a close knit family. My grandparents, my parents, Lady T, they showed us love completely. We had our differences, in life, but what I'm getting ready to say, it may ruffle some feathers, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The crazy part for me is this: who taught people how to love? Your parents. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, as a black man, my parents never told me that I had to marry a black woman. They said you can marry who you choose. And that's what I mean by learned behavior, because this is so much misconception of who you supposed to marry. That's your choice. You can marry the right person for you.
Mhm.
You don't see. I think some people feel like they gotta look for that individual. Guess what? You don't know what God has for you. You don't know. You looking for this knight in shining armor guy, this sweet guy. You don't know what he look like because of your
Yeah, but your
personality.
Prince Charming may have some things that have to be fixed.
No.
Don't they
He
all
ain't your.
though?
Wait a minute. He not your. He not your prince. He not your
But
prince.
they all do. They all
What
do.
you mean?
There's no perfect one.
No, it's not. But guess what? There is a perfect one for you, though.
Mhm.
And for you,
I'll say that.
that's it. And it's about. Listen,
But they might not last a lifetime. They might not last forever. That's not always true. I don't know where you got that story from, but your
what?
narration of it is different than mine, because I look at it as, if you're meant for me, you might be meant for me only for a certain amount of time, if you're the right one. And because I might have plenty of the right ones, plenty, not more, just not one, plenty.
Okay.
So plenty can be multiple right ones. So,
Excuse
and
me.
it might only last for a little bit of time.
Okay.
It does. What I'm trying to say is, how do you know lifetime? Lifetime is not something we can determine and say what it's going to be, because we don't know what tomorrow will bring. So that's why I say, I like the fact that we don't take oaths, and that's what we're supposed to no longer take oaths. That's what Jesus told us, right? And I like that, because that is true.
This is
Because your life could change,
is,
and they could not want to change with your life.
Right. And then is that the wrong one then?
I was just about to say this right here. Read this, y'all. I was just about to say this. There's a right one for you. Listen, relationships are like a puzzle. He may be the perfect fit for you. Guess what? There is no changing. Listen,
for you. It's not about changing. No. It's not about changing. We're not saying change.
There's only one key. No, but listen, there's a door that only requires one key.
Okay, but if that one key dies,
don't change it.
That one key
yeah, but what if I go? What if I go through the next door and the person that's supposed to be with me is now behind me and the door closes?
No,
right. I mean, there's always different scenarios.
Wait a minute. The key to that door is only one key. You can have multiple keys for that door, but it's only one fit.
Once
so it's going to fit just perfect. That's it.
Once I copy it and I know what I like.
And now,
On to the next one.
See, you talk, and then you said dying. If they die, that's something totally
That's
different.
that exactly. But the point what I was trying to make about not knowing the timing, not knowing someone's timing that you're supposed to be number one, you're my perfect fit, right? The timing might be you might be my perfect fit for just a little bit, and then we're going to change it up for you and give you something different. That's what happens sometimes in life.
But see, watch this. You say that happens in life, but guess what? We choose our friends, right? You know which friend. Watch this. You know which friend is going to be a lifetime friend versus just a seasoned friend.
I don't. I truly do not.
Because you know why? I mean, because you're not.
Right.
No, don't take this offensive. Because
that's what you said.
You don't have a lot of friends like I do.
That's right. I sure don't, and it's the best way. You know why? Because there's wisdom in that. You don't have
because that's what you have.
It's not about the quantity.
Trust.
It's about quality. That's right.
Quality, not quantity.
Always quality.
Right.
That's right. And you don't. And quality is hard to find, honey.
Yes.
Good quality is truly hard to find.
And you're right. It is.
Okay.
And you have look sometimes in finding the quality people that you can trust. Sometimes you have to go through hardships with that person to realize. You feel me?
With that person. Yeah. Well, you know.
Once you go through it, now it's up to you to say, "I'm gonna deal with you." Now, if you
don't, okay,
now look, that's it. What we talked about before in the previous podcast, we talk about loyalty over respect. Listen, you break my loyalty, guess what? We done. I'm going to still chop it up with you. It's nothing to talk about no more because guess what? I trust you enough to say you got my back. And if I tell you something and in private and you go expose it, guess what? We can't rock. So you know that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? We done. Am I going to forgive you? Yes, forgive.
But that perfect fit for you was only for a certain amount of time. There's always there. What I'm trying to say is, we do not know if things going to be lifetime. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. That's why I
going to live a lifetime.
About Jesus saying,
you gonna live a lifetime?
What I'm saying, lifetime is my lifetime. When you're gonna be there until I die.
That's it. Lifetime. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You don't know that though, because you don't know if you're going to offend that person and then you cut them out of your life or they cut you out your life. Because what you just gave your example of, when you cannot trust them because they did something, you never know what your life is going to be.
That's a friend.
Okay, friend. Okay. You want to talk
but let's say that your wife or girlfriend or fiance, she went and cheated on you.
Mm-hmm. How many times you going to accept
You thought it was going to be for a lifetime. Now what?
Right.
Are we going down this road?
We are.
Are we going
I'm
down
just
this
trying
road?
to make a point,
Okay, now, guess what? Since you went down this road and we are shifting to another atmosphere, listen. Allison, are you focused? Because I want Allison to be focused. Now we are shifting into a different atmosphere now. And why you say that? Now listen, if you cheat, you're done. It's up to the individual to say, I'll forgive you and I'll still stick it out. No, we're done.
Okay.
So then your relationship isn't for a lifetime. And that's kind of
because you broke the vows. You broke the vows.
You broke the rules.
That's it. Why? I mean, look, what you want to say?
I know, I get it. There's rules to relationship, man. I get it. There it is. Rules. You cannot disrespect people, right?
That's it.
You cannot disrespect. Disrespect is not tolerated. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
That comes from learned behavior. If you a cheater.
Oh, well, I don't know. Some people have it naturally. I truly believe that. I think that some people
think it comes with,
there are some people I have seen different type of people that are naturally,
cheaters. Naturally
okay.
Cheaters?
Yes.
Yeah. And guess what?
I look at them as you gotta pity the fool, pity the baby, ignorance is real for some people. Like the not knowing, the innocence of a child is like not knowing you're wrong because you just don't see anything but your bliss in it.
Just think, all right, so Lady T and Allison, just think about this. You don't got to say nothing. You don't got to say this person's name or anything. just think about, look, the people that you have around you, right? Are they pouring into your life? Are they encouraging you? Are they steering you in the right path that you're supposed to walk? You don't have to answer that. I just want you to think about that. Are the people that's in your circle, whether it be family, friends, are they pouring into your life? Are they encouraging you? You know what I'm saying? Always, have your back. And if they're not, then those people you need to remove, because you should have people. No,
No. Even those people are going to motivate you. Keep them in your life. They're motivators, because haters need to be in your life to be motivated. You have to have some type of hate and deal with
devil
hate.
is a liar. You do not have no that going. Go ahead.
Okay.
Negative people in my what?
Yes,
get out of
because they're there to help build your character. You need to be around people that are going to make you uncomfortable and test your nerves, because they are there to make you a better person, make you stronger in the way you communicate and the way you interact with people in general. Because you might come along in life and find a person that reacts to you or in your surrounding that you might know how to respond to lovingly, or accordingly, whatever it is, but you are able to take action verbally. So I say, when you got haters, keep giving, like, let them come. Just know that they are, listen to what they say, know that they have their own agenda, pay attention, and just be, mindful. That's all.
Just keep them at a distance.
Exactly. But be mindful. Let them watch them and let them watch you. And just be you comfortably, and when you watch them, and just babe, hey, how you doing?
So let them be in your circle.
Niceness. It's not about my circle. I don't have circles, honey. I don't do circles. I'm right here. This right here. I'll say my children. You want my circle? There we go. My children are my circle. I got 2 girls. We make a circle. There we go. So that's it. But I'm really not living for them. I'm living for me. I don't have no man that I'm sitting up here telling you, oh, he's on my shoulder. Look at him. He's so cute. That's not me.
Not now. Look, not now. Right now.
No, that's not me. I am saying no, thank you, men. I am women. Don't look at me and think I'm even looking at y'all, because I ain't looking at none of y'all. Just leave me alone. That's all.
You're singleness right now. That's right.
I'm loving it, but it's me loving me and learning me, right? Learning.
There you go. I'm proud of you. Listen, there you go. That's right. You learning your behavior and you looking to change it. I love it. That's right. You on the right road. You on the right road, and that's what we talk about. We love it. That's what we want. Change minds, change your perspective, and say, listen, I need to fix myself. Because guess what? I'm getting myself fixed up every day. Every day. When I do something wrong, it's a lot of people watching. They say, yo, I know you ain't do that, Dennis. You can't talk like that. I don't do all that negative talking, but I gotta speak with her. Hey, I'm sorry. How was your day? I gotta talk like that. If I talk like anything else, I'm the devil. I'm the devil. I can't raise my voice.
Nope, I can imagine.
No, I'll be like, what? I ain't say nothing wrong. I just raised my voice. They said, no, you can't do that. I said, Lord have mercy.
It's the way you talk. That's probably what they say about me.
They say you can't raise. I said, but see, look. I said, look, it changed the atmosphere for me, because guess what? It make me better, make me stronger, because guess what? It teaches me how to navigate through all of that, even when I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm not quick to get upset, but when I do, I'm gonna express myself. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm not like, I don't really down and talk down to people, but I'm gonna express myself. You gonna know, like, oh, what's wrong with Dennis? He look like a bull or something. He about to hurt something. I just, you know what I mean? I'm a little upset, but now I gotta be mindful how I say it, how I address situations. But I look back. I always look back in my life and I say, man, let me make some adjustments. Let me make some changes. That's how I talk to people. I tell the people all the time, I'm a hugger. I don't gotta hug a woman and be like, oh, she looks sexy, she fine. No, I'm hug you. That's it. I'm showing you genuine love, genuine respect. You know what I'm saying? Not looking at you and say, oh man, you looking right today. I never say stuff like that. Like, look, I got this. Look, she always say this. This young lady at the job, she in the kitchen, and she always said to me, she said, Dennis, I'm one flower in the desert. Yo, she the only girl. She said, and I told her, I said, look, I'm big bro now. All right, don't worry about it. She be like, dude, you crazy. I said, look, man, because I don't look, I keep it no, seriously, because I get it. She said she the only girl, and you know, guys could be sometimes aggressive, and I'd be like, yo, just come get me. I said, look, they got something to say, tell them come talk to me. She good though. She ain't no little, she not a pushover, but you know, that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? And we talk about learned behavior. Look, when I was in school, I was always fighting, always talking trash, playing basketball games, talking. I get up under your skin, talking, and I'm always fighting. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from just being rebellious. And I realized that. I said, hold up, let me tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got into my mid-20s, we talk about learned behavior, and I realized that's what I'm telling people. You got to realize, look, it's time to make a change. It's time to shift the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Your future, your present, and your current. You got to change all that. You know, and how you do that, you got to look back and say, man, it's time to make a change. And I always say, I know some people don't like the religion, but that changed my life. If you ain't never tried it, try it. So it ain't, and anybody tell you it ain't easy. It ain't easy. I ain't telling you let nobody slap you in your face, talk to you any kind of way. No, I'm not saying that, because some people got that misconception that because you're a Christian, you gotta let people slap you in the face, turn the other cheek. No, that ain't happening. I ain't telling you to do all that, but it changes everything. And you know, when you look at how and Lady T, when you ask somebody about me, they say, "Oh man, Dennis, man, yeah, you always talking about God and 49ers, and I don't know, something about him." And that's what I want. We talking about contagious. I want to be contagious in a good way, not a bad way. When you see me, I want you smiling. Let me see them teeth.
Look, I want to.
There you go. I got you. Got you.
I want to be contagious, where I say something that I'll keep you. I'll make you think about it, and I'm on your mind. Like, oh, I remember her. Yeah, she said something. That's me.
Yeah.
I think, and I do it. I do it very well. And I used to really be ashamed of it, and like, why did I say that? You know, I used to not like that about me when I was younger. But I'm walking in it, stomping. I'm stomping hard, y'all.
Stomping hard.
I'm stomping hard. With love, you know, I'm gonna put a little blow a kiss type thing on it. It's gonna be nice and sweet.
But you got to just be a giver. You're a giver already.
I am a giver, and that's the bad thing. That can be very bad.
You got sometimes you got to give your heart too. So it's hard.
Yeah. The heart thing is not a problem.
Oh yeah.
Heart, giving my heart is not a problem. If you are a part of my little life that I live, you know, I live a little life, and if you're a part of it and we're cool, you're gonna get my attention. You know, I will give you that. That's my heart. But then there'll be a time where I'll be like, okay, we're gonna have to come in the middle, because I can't do too much. I can't do too much for you if you need too much. No, there will be that, because there has to be a balance on life. You have to have a balance. You cannot drain somebody else's energy and I drain yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just need to know that there has to be, I'll call it, boundaries in our relationships. You need to know that and respect it, and, you know, say okay to it. People don't do that. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I'm trying not to talk anymore, but
why? We want to hear
because
you.
I just been going on and on.
Yeah, we like it. They got the hands up going like this.
Got my confessions out and everything.
Yeah. I didn't tell you what somebody said. Let me go back to this. They said, "Oh my goodness, they're so proud of you too." He said, "I'm proud." I'm gonna let you read it. There you go, right there.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, during this time in life, it's been my release has been feeling so good. So being able to
That's good.
talk. Yeah. And I,
Right?
I do encourage people, whoever listens, if they want to come and talk, I don't attack people, honestly. I do try to, have conversations with everybody, right? And I don't think anybody will really disagree with what we're saying. We'll come to the middle. We'd have good conversations, but people, we need to do this more, talk more, because I'm doing it. I think other people need to do it. We need to have more interactions with one another because we need to create communities for people. Like, that's what I want to see. The government needs to change. I am a government employee and I'm telling you the government needs to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be something that we need to do better for our people because taxes, inflation, everything that's happening in this world is ridiculous. So, being my little peon government employee, my little opinion matters too. So that's all I'm going to say though. But I think it begins with people. So, I'm trying to also speak. That's my only little way. I'm not gonna go out there and start a community, y'all. I'm not gonna do it. Just not happening. I'm not gonna be nobody big. I'm just gonna be my little peon self. Don't promote it on me because I ain't promoted on nobody. If you want it for you, go out and do it. But it needs to be
But we
done.
gonna
We need.
listen. Hey, Lady T, don't worry. We gonna change. We gonna change things. We're gonna change the world. We're gonna change the people that have ears, that have eyes. We're gonna change them. If not this year, I could totally. Listen. It's just taking. When we get to that five. Look, when we get to that 500. I'm gonna tell you right, Allison. When we get to 500, I speak things. I give things life when I'm speaking. So I speak things into existence. We get to the 500. Okay, all you viewers, we're not going to do virtual anymore. We could be doing person to person. That's the goal. Is to actually because that is a different. Listen, that's a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? You could because we're on virtual right now. You know what I'm saying? But when you're sitting next to a person and that love, that genuine love that you get from that person, that energy that they give off, it's different. It's different. It's like you know how it is, T.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yep.
seriously, it, emotions are big right there because when you having a serious conversation, you actually looking at that person right in their eyes, it's different. It's different. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I think we'll make a bigger difference. I'm excited about it because that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't look. I ain't trying to be no preacher. I'm just trying to be encouraging. Have a good time and laugh, and especially with the people that that want to be a part of that. Everybody's don't. It's not. Uh, how can I say it? Love the camera. I'm not that type of person, but I love being around good people. I love having conversations that's going to change their mind and their perspective. Um, and
Change with the times, right? That's what we need to
of
do is
course,
shift the atmosphere, change with the
you,
times.
it's a lot of listen. The crazy part. Then we gonna get ready to close up. Look, you know what's crazy? People talk about we talk about learned behavior, right? And so I'm on YouTube a lot, and I see other people, see their conversations, see their content, right? Lady T, the crazy part is this: how can you talk about God, right? And then you talking negative about somebody else?
Mm-mm. Mm.
I don't see nowhere in the Bible where God or Jesus talks negative about somebody else. He said, "Listen, if you do this, this is the consequence that you're going to have." He don't sit there and talk about somebody negatively because they listen. They got the choice to do what they want to do. You understand me? Like
Mhm.
that's what that blows my mind sometimes. I'll be like, no, okay, I don't want to be a part of that. That's why I refuse to sit here and talk about negative things or a negative person. they're not getting my energy. They're gonna get that somewhere else. They're not getting my energy.
Okay, wait, but what if they talk about the bad behaviors of that person, which could sound a little negative, but some people have bad behaviors, and if you talk about their bad behaviors, is that negative?
Yes, because Lady T, I promise you, listen, a person that sits there takes the time out to tell you what another person's doing, they don't even look at themselves. I'm not. If you're an alcoholic, I'm not gonna sit and say, you know what? She up here talk about God and talk about she got the bottle in. I don't got time for that. I'm not giving you that energy. Guess what? God know I'm not giving you my energy to say what you doing. You know what somebody told me? Listen, when you point one finger, look, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. Huh? You gotta worry about yourself. Don't worry about the next person. All these pastors get up in the pulpit. They not living right. Okay, that's them. Let God judge them, not me. I'm not gonna talk about. I don't got time.
Look, but I just have to say, sometimes we talk about people and say, "Yeah, you heard about them,"
Look, somebody said, negative people inspire you to be greater.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree. I mean, you have to learn how to emotionally handle it, because you have to manage that it is managing your emotions and not, doing the negative thing on your health. So if you're able to manage negative people, and that can be growth for you. Yes, I agree. But we don't want to go back into that, because you said, that was we were ending it. So I'm trying not to talk, but I am like I'm going back into it. Because you saying no.
Negative people.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Black. Let me find out you ain't lying, boy.
But watch this, hold on. But watch this. Watch this. You don't watch this. Huh? What'd you say?
I said I don't get the last one. What?
You don't need negativity to encourage you or inspire you. You know why? Because you have to have the people around you to do that. So you get the people that's going to encourage you, that's going to inspire you. So that's why you choose your friends wisely, because those are going to be the people who's going to inspire you. So you want, just like you listen, you have the right to choose.
But negative people can inspire you to be better.
Yeah. And you remember,
you could be like, I don't want to be like that person.
And remember,
that's them.
But look, remember, Jesus went to the negative ones. He went to those that needed help.
And
the
said,
sinners.
I want you to be better.
Went to find the sinners. Keep that in mind. So negative people are the sinners.
I want you. Right? Hold up. I want you to be better. That's why he went there. The ones that already acknowledged and accepted him, he didn't have to go to them. But the ones that, you can't hear me?
I'm listening. I'm trying to find out what you're trying to say. Say it again.
I said the sinners, Jesus went to them because they did not accept him. So he wanted them to acknowledge him. He wanted them to be better. The ones who already knew him, and
I won't say that they didn't accept him. I'll take that part off. But he showed them a better way, right? He showed them,
he showed them compassion.
Yes, he showed them the better way. But the point is, he went to those negative people.
Yeah, okay.
Those are the sinners. So you have to stay around the negative people, because it's good for you, because they need you. So when you have negative people that you have to listen to, stop cutting them off and let them talk and let them say what they want to say. Try it out. Let's shift your atmosphere and get into the negative mindset for a little bit. Let the negative mindset talk to you. Let's hear me out. Let it just. If that person is in a negative mindset, let them talk it out to you. Let your ears hear it just for a little while, because it's not demonic. It is caring and having compassion and kindness, and for your loved one, a brother that you are right in the face of. So you have to learn how to do that, because it's necessary. That you can't shut it off. That's not love.
Watch this. Hold on. They have ears. They have eyes. So guess what? By me not having a conversation with that person that's negative, I'm being so serious, right? They may watch me and say, and come to me and say, why are you always like this? What makes you that way? I don't have to, I will never take down to a person that's negative because guess what? I walk. Why you shaking your head? Because that's what you do. I'm not doing
Lady
that.
T's ears are starting to bleed.
I ain't doing it.
No,
When they about
indeed.
to
I
bleed,
cannot believe
then
he said that. But let me say
What?
this. You do not need to always be watched. You need to talk and listen. You need to use other senses for other people and allow them to have the energy of your time. Because guess what? Even though they might be negative, let them say what they need to say and then breathe through it and throughout your nose because all you doing is being irritated and frustrated that you have to sit up here and listen to this person talk about their negative shit. Excuse my language. But you get what I'm saying. So, but you don't. You have to
give us an example. Give us an example.
Well, I mean, you sit up here and talk about the people that you don't really want to talk to, or listen to what they say. That I can't give you.
You don't listen. You don't listen.
I do so.
If you did, you would have heard me tell you last week. I said there are people I work with. They have conversation with me, and I do not want to talk with them. I speak with them, and guess what? It's at a minimum.
Yes, I remember those people. You always said that. But
right.
you keep talking about negative people, shut them out. That's what you've been saying. Am I wrong, Allison? But did he not say that?
I don't, but they not listen. They're not going to be in my circle. Then they're going to be talking. Yeah.
Well, why can't they be though?
Exactly.
Because
you're tolerant.
So if you had a family member that you were really close with, and at some point their life turned to be a little bit different than it was, you're not going to let them come and vent to you and let you give them, get an opinion from you, or you give them, advice or how they should try to change.
If they ask me for advice, I will give them advice. But
that means you have to listen to them. That means you have to keep them in your circle.
Okay, no, they're not gonna be in my circle because I'm not gonna deal with a complainer because you have
one. You have to have at least one in your life. Do you have any complainer or a negative person in your life at all? No. Anybody? No. I can say I have several.
That's why you the way you are. You be like, you be ready to turn up because then it got you to that point. You like, man, I just told you I don't
right.
You
might be right.
All right, there you go.
Right.
I don't get
that.
So why would I put that energy out there if I know they could get me that way? I said, yo, I'm not doing that. See, you just said it.
But it's because I won't say everybody, most people in life have somebody that is a negative person that they have to deal with. Most people have those people in life. And it could be wherever there is, if it's family or if it's, in their job or with their children's, people issues, stuff like that. Point is that there's always going to be those type of people out there and we have to learn how to deal with it. That's all I'm saying. We got to learn how to, cope with it, talk to it, not get angry and get our feelings upset and affect our health, in a negative way. I don't want to do it.
Shifting your atmosphere because you ain't listen. Once you all right, put like this, Lady T. When there are certain people that can't go to the same altitude as you, Allison, same thing. They can't go to the same altitude that you're going to go. So guess what? You don't have to listen. When you hear. You do not have to come down here because guess what? You are already here. You are flying. Guess what? They can't go that high.
So then that comes back to when Lady T was talking earlier about
better than them. It's that when it's that look, you're flying in a jet, right? They flying in a little.
But this comes back to when Lady T was saying earlier about certain relationships aren't meant for a lifetime.
Right.
Because they're dragging you down. So at some point you gotta snip.
Look,
gotta go.
Relationships when you're talking about people, yes, but we were referring to relationships in marriage. That's
I'm
what
talking about any of that. It doesn't matter.
Oh no,
It doesn't matter. That's right. It's a relationship. And if you sit up here and talk about marriage being lifetime and all that, you know how I'm going to say it. You already know. I just don't see marriage as lifetime. It's a business relationship that you are going to go into. It's supposed to be, but it's not. It's a phony lie. But the point is a business relationship that you're going to sit up here and take a chance on and say, oh, let's try our businesses together with our resources and let's see what we can do together. And then let's see if we can interact with one another and get some children and maybe create a look-like family. This is what we do in life. And this is called business, because now we're sitting up here putting
it's called learned behavior. Learned behavior.
It's called business. You out there making money, you getting resources for your family. You out there trying to sit up here and, you know, what is it? Be the Jones. Looking at the Joneses, whatever.
Oh my God! Stop!
I picture it all the time. I know. The point is, everybody's
keeping up with the Joneses.
Yes, yes. We do business. So you know.
But T, you got to see. You trying to pull me in more and more. But you gotta look. What was your example of a marriage?
My parents, they still together.
But hold on. But let's not. We ain't gonna go there because because I don't like saying it because they family. So I don't like talk about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You feel me? Look, we gonna talk about just people in general. Like, listen, we talk about change, learned behavior, and shifting the atmosphere. Right here it is. If you was a child that grew up in a loving family, moms and dad, guess what? That's what you see. That's the example. That's what you're going to know. But if you did not grow up in that, guess what? You're not going to see that. That's not going to be your perspective. Your perspective will be like, you know what? My mom was here. My dad was here. If they slept in the same room and they was living together, guess what? You saw that. So that's not healthy.
Okay, but they can hope for something better because they've seen it somewhere else. You know, the images that we can see nowadays is very readily available with our hand. You know, so but dreams, you know, that's why I say it's inside of us. It's our intuitive. Every one of us have something inside of us that makes us drive into a certain direction. So what's your atmosphere that you want to be in? Figure it out. Figure out your atmosphere. Because you can figure out what you want to do and then see if you can walk it. But there's going to be tests.
Yeah, it's like me going out with both guys that's not married. That's not.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not. And you know, hey, you should look. That is why I think a lot of females and males only go with couples. You know, they don't. You know,
put yourself out there. Don't put yourself out there like that.
All right, I gotta go because I gotta go get Jello from football. But I'll talk to
we're
you
gonna get up
later.
out of here. But all right, we'll talk to you. All right, be blessed and drive safe. Lady T. Yeah. All right, Lady T. Yeah, you know. But we're gonna close up shop. I got some interesting things for you guys tomorrow. Listen, this is Chef Dentist and Lady T signing out. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Lady T, hold on.
Okay. Bye, guys.